stop. Before you spend another dollar on another wrinkle cream, I need you to understand something that almost no one is telling you. And understanding it could change the way you look at your skin for the rest of your life. The wrinkles forming on your face right now, they're not aging. Not really. Aging is a process. What's actually happening is something much more specific, much more fixable, and much more urgent. Your collagen is dying, and not slowly. Faster than it should be. Faster than your body can rebuild it. And every single day, you wait to address what's actually happening underneath your skin. More of that scaffolding collapses. The creams you're rubbing on your face, they can't reach it. The expensive serums, they don't even come close. Because the problem was never on the surface. The problem is deep underneath. And the solution is deep inside. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what collagen is, why it's collapsing faster than it should be, and the 5 specific foods, ranked from least to most powerful, that rebuild it from the inside out. By the end of this video, you'll understand why wrinkle creams fail. You'll know the one nutrient that makes all collagen rebuilding possible, and you'll have a simple daily protocol you can start tomorrow morning. And the number 1 food on this list, the most collagen-dense food on the planet? It's something 99% of Americans have never even considered eating. Some plastic surgeons literally inject it into patients' faces to make them look younger. But you can eat it for pennies, and your body will do the rest. So, stay with me all the way through. The order matters. Each food builds on the one before it, and what you learn in the final few minutes will shift how you think about your skin, your joints, and even your arteries forever. My name is Dr. James Carter. I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon with over 2 decades in the operating room. Now, you might be wondering why a heart surgeon is making a video about wrinkles. Here's why. What most people don't realize is that the same collagen that keeps your skin smooth is the same collagen that keeps your arteries elastic, your heart valves flexible, and your joints cushioned. When I operate on a 70-year-old patient's stiff, calcified arteries, I'm looking at the exact same collagen breakdown that shows up as wrinkles on their face. Your face is a window into what's happening inside your entire body. And what I've learned from thousands of patients is this: the best surgery is the one you never need, and preserving collagen is one of the most powerful forms of prevention there is. That's why we're here. Before we go further, if this kind of plain-spoken, evidence-based guidance is what you've been looking for, take a second and subscribe. I put out videos like this every week for adults over 50 who want real answers, not 12-minute appointments. And if something in this video lands for you as we go, drop a word in the comments. I read them. All right, let's get into it. Here's what you've been told. Wrinkles happen because you're getting older. That's aging. That's life. Nothing you can do about it. That's not wrong. But it's dangerously incomplete, because here's what's actually happening. Your skin is not just sitting there passively getting older. Your skin is a living, dynamic organ. The largest organ in your body, by the way. And it's made up of a structural protein called collagen. That collagen forms a kind of scaffolding underneath your skin. When you're young, that scaffolding is thick, tight, and elastic, like a trampoline. It holds your skin smooth and firm. But starting around age 20, yes, 20, you begin losing that collagen at a rate of about 1% every single year. By the time you're 50, you've lost around 30% of your skin's collagen. By 70, close to half of it is gone. That's not aging. That's structural collapse. And here's what almost nobody explains. It's not just the natural decline. It's everything else you're doing every day. What you eat, what you drink, the sun, the sugar, the stress. That's accelerating that collapse, sometimes by decades. The good news? Once you understand how collagen actually works, you can slow that collapse. And in some cases, even reverse it. That's what this video is about. Let me explain what collagen actually is. In the simplest way possible. Think of your skin like an old mattress. On the outside, you've got the fabric. That's your epidermis, the part you can see. But underneath, there are springs. Thousands of tightly wound springs that give the mattress its bounce, its firmness, its shape. When those springs are strong, the mattress looks full and even. When those springs start to rust, break, or lose their tension, the mattress sags, it gets lumpy. Wrinkles form in the fabric on top. That's collagen. It's the spring system of your skin. Collagen is a protein made up of 3 long amino acid chains, twisted together like a coiled rope. That triple helix structure is what gives it strength. And it's not just in your skin, it's in your joints, your tendons, your bones, your teeth, your eyes, and critically, your arteries. In fact, collagen makes up about 30% of all the protein in your entire body. That's how important it is. Now here's where it gets interesting. There are actually over 28 different types of collagen, but for our purposes, 5 of them matter. Type 1, the most abundant, makes up 90% of your collagen. This is the one in your skin, your bones, your tendons, and your arteries. Type 2, this is the cartilage one. It's what cushions your joints. Type 3 works alongside type 1 in your skin and also forms the supportive mesh around your organs. Types 5 and 10. These are more specialized. They support your eyes, your hair, and your cellular membranes. Why does this matter? Because not every food gives you every type of collagen, which is exactly why I'm going to walk you through 5 specific foods, each one targeting different types, different tissues, different problems. But before I tell you what to eat, you need to understand what's destroying your collagen right now. Because if you just add collagen to a body that's burning it faster than you can replace it, you're pouring water into a bucket with holes in the bottom. There are 5 major things actively destroying your collagen every single day, and most people are doing at least 3 of them without realizing it. Number 1, sugar. This is the biggest one. When you eat sugar, whether it's a donut, a soda, a fruit smoothie, or even too much fruit, the excess glucose in your bloodstream binds directly to your collagen fibers in a process called glycation. Imagine your collagen springs getting coated in sticky caramel. They can't stretch, they can't bounce back, they just get stiff and brittle. Scientists literally use high-sugar diets in laboratory rats to artificially age their skin. That's how well established this is. And fructose? The kind of sugar in fruit juice and processed foods? That's even more glycating than regular sugar. Number 2, ultraviolet light. The sun. UV light generates what are called free radicals in your skin, which are essentially tiny molecular fireballs that bounce around, destroying your collagen from the outside in. Under a microscope, sun-damaged skin looks like the collagen has been put through a blender. Fragmented, wispy, broken. This is why the skin on your face has wrinkles, but the skin on your backside doesn't. Same age, completely different sun exposure. Number 3, smoking. And I want to be very direct here. If you smoke or vape anything, tobacco, nicotine, THC, it doesn't matter. You are accelerating collagen destruction faster than almost any other single lifestyle factor. Smoking increases the enzymes that chew up collagen, decreases your skin's ability to regenerate, and depletes the vitamin C you need to build new collagen. I've seen this on the operating table. Smokers' tissues don't heal the same way. Their wounds don't close. Their skin doesn't respond. Number 4, chronic stress. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, and cortisol directly activates enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases. These are basically collagen-dissolving enzymes. Chronic stress is like having a small fire constantly burning inside your tissues. Number 5, and this one surprises people. A diet low in quality protein and fat. Your skin is literally built out of what you eat. If you're on a very low-fat, low-protein diet or eating highly processed protein products, your body doesn't have the raw materials to build new collagen, even if you wanted to. I've watched patients lose weight on these extreme protein-deficient diets, and their skin shows it immediately. They look older, not thinner, older. Now that you understand what's killing your collagen, let me tell you about a patient I think about often when I talk about this topic. Her name was Evelyn. She was 63, from just outside Charleston. She came in for a preoperative consult before a valve replacement procedure, and when she sat down in my office, the first thing she wanted to talk about wasn't her heart. It was her skin. She pulled out her phone and showed me a photo from 5 years earlier. She said, "Doctor, look at this. I don't understand what happened. In 5 years, I aged 20. Now, I wasn't her dermatologist, but I looked at her history, her valve issue, her stiff arteries, her cholesterol panel, her inflammatory markers. And I told her something that stopped her cold. I said, "Evelyn, the reason you're here today, the reason your heart valve is failing, is the exact same reason your skin looks the way it does. The collagen in your valve is breaking down for the same reason the collagen in your face is breaking down. This isn't two separate problems. This is the same problem showing up in two different places." She'd been drinking fruit juice every morning for breakfast, having pasta and bread every evening, smoking occasionally. Just socially, she said, and she'd been under massive stress for years, caring for her aging mother. Every single factor that destroys arterial collagen was the same factor destroying her skin collagen. After her surgery, we didn't just focus on her heart medication. We rebuilt her diet around the principles I'm about to share with you. We got her off the sugar, we got her sleeping, we got her eating the specific foods we're going to talk about next. 9 months later, she sent me a photo. Her skin had genuinely changed, not dramatically, but meaningfully. The texture was smoother, her color was better. She looked rested. More importantly, her next set of inflammation markers had dropped significantly. Same mechanism, different tissue, same fix. All right, now the part you've been waiting for. 5 foods, ranked from least to most powerful, that rebuild the collagen in your skin, your joints, and critically for what I do, your arteries. I'm going to go in reverse order. Number 5 first, and I'm saving number 1 for the end, because when I tell you what it is, you're probably not going to believe me. Before I start, one important note. Plants do not contain collagen. Let me repeat that. There is no such thing as plant-based collagen. If you see a product that claims to be plant-based collagen, what it actually contains is collagen-supporting nutrients. Things like vitamin C, certain minerals, amino acids. Those are important, and we'll talk about them. But collagen itself only comes from animal sources. Your body cannot build collagen from nothing. It needs animal source amino acids as the raw material. This is important because if you've been spending money on plant collagen products, you've been spending money on vitamins with fancy marketing. Save the money. Eat the foods I'm about to tell you about instead. Coming in at number 5. And I know some of you are going to be surprised, it's this far down. Fatty fish, eaten with the skin on. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring. These are the ones you want. And the critical detail is the skin. When you eat the skin of the fish, you're getting a concentrated dose of type 1 and type 3 collagen, the exact types your skin and your arteries are made of. Most people throw the skin away. They peel it off the salmon, toss it in the trash, and eat the pink flesh. That pink flesh is great. It gives you protein. It gives you omega-3s. But you just threw out the part with the collagen. Here's what fatty fish with the skin does for you. First, the collagen in the skin directly supplies type 1 and type 3, the skin and arterial types. Second, the omega-3 fatty acids in the flesh, specifically EPA and DHA. They're powerfully anti-inflammatory. Remember those collagen-dissolving enzymes we talked about? Omega-3s reduce the activity of those enzymes, so you're adding raw material and reducing destruction at the same time. Third, the fish skin itself provides a type of fat that your skin cells use to build healthy, supple cell membranes. How to use it? Aim for fatty fish 3 to 4 times per week. Minimum of 300 milligrams of omega-3 per serving. You'll find this on the label of most quality salmon or sardines. Bake it, grill it, pan-sear it with the skin on. Never deep fry it. That destroys the omega-3s and adds inflammatory oils that work against everything you're trying to accomplish. One pitfall to avoid. Farmed salmon raised on corn and soy feed has dramatically less omega-3 than wild-caught or pasture-raised fish. If you can get wild-caught, do it. If you can't, look for fish raised on a natural diet. Pair this with a squeeze of fresh lemon. The vitamin C in lemon activates the collagen-building machinery in your cells, and we'll talk much more about vitamin C as we go. Number 4. And this is the one most people have been told to avoid for decades, for completely wrong reasons. Egg yolks. Now, I know, you've been told egg yolks will raise your cholesterol. You've been told to eat only egg whites. Let me clear this up. For the vast majority of people, eating whole eggs does not meaningfully raise cholesterol, and the research on this has been absolutely clear for over a decade. But what egg yolks do provide is one of the most complete packages of skin-rebuilding nutrients available from any single food. Here's what's inside an egg yolk. Vitamin A, also called retinol. This is the same vitamin A you find in expensive wrinkle creams. But when you eat it, your body puts it exactly where it needs to go, into your skin cells, building new connective tissue, protecting the skin from oxidative damage, and directly supporting collagen synthesis. Choline, a nutrient most people have never heard of, but which is essential for healthy cell membranes throughout your body, including your skin. Sulfur-containing amino acids, specifically cysteine and methionine. These amino acids are the building blocks your body uses to create the crosslinks that hold collagen fibers together. Without enough sulfur in your diet, you literally cannot build strong collagen. The egg membrane, that thin film you see between the shell and the egg white, this membrane actually contains type 5 and type 10 collagen, the ones that support your eyes and cellular structures. Some people eat this on purpose. The way to use egg yolks correctly is to eat them whole, 2 to 3 whole eggs per day, lightly cooked, soft-boiled, over easy, or scrambled on low heat. Why low heat? Because overcooking the yolk damages some of the delicate nutrients and can create advanced glycation end products, the same compounds that age your skin. One pitfall: not all eggs are created equal. Conventional eggs from grain-fed chickens are fine, but pasture-raised eggs, from chickens that actually walk around eating bugs and grass, have significantly more vitamin A, more omega-3s, and a richer nutrient profile. If you can find them, the yolks are almost orange instead of pale yellow. That's what you want. Now, before I get to the top 3, I want to pause for a second. If you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, this all makes sense, but I've been doing the wrong things for years. Is it too late? I want you to hear me clearly. It is not too late. Your skin is a living, dynamic organ. It responds to what you give it. Dermatologists who study skin under the microscope have documented this over and over again. A 60-year-old patient who starts eating the right foods and taking care of their skin can have biopsies that look like 40-year-old skin within a matter of months. The turnover is real. The regeneration is real. What you eat over the next 3 months will literally become the new skin cells on your face. So wherever you're starting from, start from there. Don't let the years behind you be a reason not to act on the years ahead of you. And if you're finding value in this, do me a quick favor, drop a comment below and tell me how old you are and how long you've been dealing with skin concerns. I genuinely want to know who's watching. It helps me make better videos for you. All right, let's get into the top 3. Number 3 on our list is bone broth. And yes, I know, bone broth has become almost a cliche over the last few years. Every wellness influencer in the world has been telling you to drink bone broth for the last decade, which is actually why a lot of people have gotten cynical about it and stopped paying attention. Don't stop paying attention, because bone broth, real bone broth, made properly, is genuinely one of the most complete collagen foods available. Here's what makes it work. When you slow simmer animal bones, joints, and connective tissue for 12 to 24 hours, you're essentially doing at low temperature what your body does during digestion. You're breaking down the collagen-rich tissue into its component parts. When that broth cools, it gels. That gel is the collagen, dissolved, bioavailable, ready to use. Bone broth provides you with types 1, 2, and 3 collagen, depending on what bones you use. Beef bones with cartilage give you type 2 for your joints. Chicken bones give you type 1 and 3 for your skin and arteries. A mix is ideal. Glycine, proline, and lysine, the 3 amino acids that form the actual triple helix structure of collagen. When your body builds new collagen, these are the 3 amino acids it needs most. Bone broth delivers them in the exact ratios your body uses: glucosamine and chondroitin, the same compounds people take in supplement form for joint pain. Bone broth has them naturally: minerals, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, the structural minerals your body needs for both bone and connective tissue. How to use it: 1 to 2 cups of real bone broth per day, warm, not boiling. High heat can damage some of the proteins. You can sip it straight, use it as a base for soups, or even just drink it in the morning in place of coffee occasionally. 2 critical pitfalls. First, the bone broth you buy in a carton at the grocery store is often not real bone broth. It's bouillon with marketing. Real bone broth gels when refrigerated. If the carton broth stays liquid in your fridge, it didn't have enough collagen in it. Look for brands that specifically say they're broth gels, or better yet, make your own. It's cheaper and more potent. Second, the quality of the bones matters enormously. Bones from factory-farmed animals contain concentrated toxins. If you can, use bones from grass-fed beef or pasture-raised chicken. Farmers markets often sell soup bones cheap. Pair your bone broth with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of fresh herbs. The vitamin C in both improves collagen synthesis dramatically. All right, number 2. And this one is going to test some of you. Grass-fed beef liver. I know. Some of you just made a face. I made that same face for years. I personally struggled with liver for a long time. But let me tell you why this food is so powerful. And then I'll give you a practical way to eat it, even if you hate the taste. Liver is arguably the single most nutrient-dense food on the planet. One small serving of grass-fed beef liver contains more anti-aging, collagen-supporting nutrients than most $80 skincare products. Here's what's in it. Vitamin A, in the retinol form. Not beta-carotene, which your body has to convert. Actual, ready-to-use retinol. The same compound pharmaceutical companies put in prescription wrinkle creams. Eating a small serving of liver once or twice a week gives your skin more vitamin A than most people get in a year. Copper. This mineral is what gives collagen its elasticity. Without copper, your collagen fibers can't form the crosslinks that hold them together. Most Americans are significantly deficient. Zinc, a primary healing mineral for the skin, supports cell turnover and protects against oxidative damage. Iron, in its most absorbable form. Heme-iron. Iron is what allows your blood to carry oxygen to your skin cells. Deficient iron equals dull, pale skin. Adequate iron equals that rosy, vibrant, lit from within look. B vitamins, all of them, especially B12, which is critical for energy, mood, and skin cell division. Let me be honest about something. Some people, myself included, find that eating liver makes them feel a bit tired or sluggish. This is often because of pre-existing liver strain or mild immune reactivity. If that's you, here's the workaround. Start small, a tablespoon of ground liver mixed into regular hamburger meat. You won't taste it, and you'll still get the benefits. Or a small grass-fed liver capsule supplement taken at night before bed. Or you can soak liver in lemon juice before cooking, which dramatically reduces the metallic taste, and prepare it with onions and garlic. There are genuinely delicious liver recipes out there. Liver pâté, liver and onions prepared the old-fashioned way. How much? 1 small serving, 3 to 4 ounces, once or twice per week. That's it. Liver is so nutrient-dense that more isn't better. In fact, too much vitamin A from liver can be problematic, especially if you're pregnant. So once or twice a week is the sweet spot. One pitfall. And this is important. Conventional grain-fed liver can contain higher levels of toxins because the liver is where animals process and filter those toxins. Always choose grass-fed, pasture-raised liver. It's available at most quality butchers and often cheaper than you'd expect. And now, number 1. The single most collagen-dense food on the planet. A food that some plastic surgeons literally inject into patients' faces to reduce wrinkles. A food that 99% of Americans have never heard of, let alone eaten. Rooster comb and its more accessible cousin, chicken feet. Rooster comb, that red crest on top of a rooster's head, is approximately 90% pure collagen. Let me repeat that. 90% collagen. There is almost nothing else in the world of food that comes close to that concentration. The specific compound that makes rooster comb so remarkable is called hyaluronic acid, which is combined in the tissue with glycosaminoglycans, often called GAGs. These are the same compounds that make up your joints, your fascia, your skin cushioning, and your cell membranes. When injected by plastic surgeons, hyaluronic acid is marketed under names like Juvederm and Restylane. You've probably seen those brands. Patients pay thousands of dollars for small injections. But here's what almost nobody tells you. When you eat rooster comb, Your body breaks down those same compounds and uses them to rebuild your own tissues from the inside out. Not as dramatically fast as an injection, obviously, but consistently and cumulatively. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where on earth do I find rooster comb? And you're right. You're not going to find this at most American grocery stores. You'll find it at Chinese grocery stores, Filipino markets, and sometimes at farmers markets if you know a local chicken farmer. Some people buy it as a supplement in capsule form, but here's where chicken feet come in. And this is your accessible option. Chicken feet are not quite as collagen-dense as rooster comb, but they're extraordinarily close. Chicken feet are somewhere around 70% collagen. They're also much easier to find. Any Asian grocery store carries them, and increasingly, regular grocery stores are stocking them too. They're often sold for under $2 a pound. How to use them? The simplest method: add 4 or 5 chicken feet to your bone broth. The broth you make will be thicker, more gelatinous, and significantly higher in collagen than bone broth made with regular bones alone. You can also braise them Chinese style with garlic and ginger, a traditional preparation in many Asian cuisines that's delicious and nutritious. 1 cup of bone broth made with chicken feet provides more bioavailable collagen than almost any supplement on the market, and it costs pennies per serving. Let me tell you about another patient. His name was Robert. He was 71, a retired engineer from Nashville. He had severe osteoarthritis in both knees. His wrists ached, and his skin, he told me, looked like tissue paper. His orthopedic surgeon was recommending bilateral knee replacements. Before committing to surgery, he came to me for a cardiac clearance, and during our conversation, I told him about this food, chicken feet specifically. I told him to try adding them to his weekly bone broth and see what happened over the next 3 months. 90 days later, he called my office. His knee pain wasn't gone, but it was about 40% better. He'd canceled the surgery for the time being, and his wife had asked him what he'd been doing differently, because his skin looked fuller. Now, I'm not telling you chicken feet are a miracle cure. They're not. And I'm not telling you to cancel surgery your doctor recommends. Robert's improvement was almost certainly a combination of factors: reduced inflammation from diet changes, weight loss, better sleep, and yes, the concentrated collagen intake. But this is the kind of result you simply cannot get from a cream. Before I give you the action plan, I have to tell you one more critical thing. Because if you eat every food on this list, but miss this, you'll only get a fraction of the benefit. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is not just helpful for collagen, it is literally required. Without vitamin C, your body cannot build collagen. Period. This is why sailors in the 1700s developed scurvy. Their gums would bleed, their skin would split, their wounds wouldn't heal. All of that is collagen collapse. And it happens because vitamin C is the essential cofactor for the enzyme that hydroxylates proline and lysine, the 2 amino acids that form the crosslinks holding collagen together. In simple terms, vitamin C is the glue that lets your body assemble collagen from the raw materials you eat. So every day, alongside your collagen-rich foods, you need vitamin C. The best sources are whole fruits and vegetables: bell peppers, kiwi, strawberries, citrus, kale, broccoli. A squeeze of lemon on your fish, a handful of berries with breakfast, bell peppers with your dinner. You don't need a supplement if you eat these regularly. One practical tip: vitamin C is heat sensitive. Cooking destroys a portion of it. So, always pair at least some raw or lightly cooked vitamin C sources with your collagen foods. Raw bell pepper slices with your liver pate. Fresh lemon juice on your bone broth. Berries alongside your eggs. Before we wrap up, let me tell you the 4 most common mistakes I see people make when they try to rebuild their collagen. Mistake 1: expecting overnight results. Collagen is a structural protein. It takes your body roughly 3 months to fully turn over the collagen in your skin. So if you start eating these foods today, you won't see meaningful changes in a week. You'll start seeing changes at 6 to 8 weeks, and the full effect usually shows up between month 3 and month 6. Be patient. Your body is literally rebuilding its scaffolding. Mistake 2: doing this while still destroying collagen with sugar, alcohol, smoking, or chronic stress. You cannot out-eat a bad lifestyle. If you're drinking a bottle of wine every night and smoking half a pack a day, no amount of bone broth will save your skin. Fix the destruction first, or at least in parallel, with the rebuilding. Mistake 3. Relying only on collagen powder supplements. Collagen peptide supplements can be useful as a supplement, meaning they supplement what you're already eating, but they are not a replacement for real food. Whole foods come with the cofactors, the copper, the zinc, the vitamin A, the fats, the amino acids, that your body needs to actually use the collagen you consume. A supplement gives you one thing. Real food gives you the entire package. Mistake 4. Ignoring the cardiovascular connection. I'm a cardiothoracic surgeon. I'll say this one more time. The collagen in your skin is the same collagen holding your arteries, heart valves, and blood vessels together. When you eat for your skin, you're also eating for your heart. When you destroy your skin with sugar, you're destroying your arteries. Take this seriously. This isn't vanity. This is the structural integrity of your entire body. All right, here's your simple 7-day starting protocol. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to buy rooster comb tomorrow. You don't need to cook liver tonight. Here's how to start. Day 1. Go to the grocery store and buy 3 things. Wild, caught salmon or sardines. Pasture, raised eggs, and a lemon. Day 2. Have 2 whole eggs with breakfast. Make salmon with the skin on for dinner. Squeeze fresh lemon on it. Day 3. Add bone broth. Either make your own in a slow cooker or buy a high-quality brand that gels when refrigerated. Sip 1 cup in the morning. Day 4. Add a vitamin C source to every meal. Bell peppers with breakfast. Berries with lunch. A side salad at dinner. Day 5. Experiment with chicken feet. Go to an Asian grocery store and buy a pound. Add 4 or 5 to your next batch of bone broth. Day 6. Try liver in the easiest possible form, either a small grass-fed liver supplement or 1 tablespoon of ground liver mixed into a hamburger patty where you won't taste it. Day 7. Take stock. Notice your skin. Notice your energy. Notice your joints. Notice your nails. The changes won't be dramatic yet, but if you're paying attention, you'll start noticing small signals that something is working. Then keep going. For 30 days. For 60 days. For 90 days. Because at 90 days, you'll see the difference. I promise you that. 1 swap. 1 addition. 1 week at a time. That's all it takes. 1 consistent change beats 10 inconsistent ones. Here's what I want to leave you with. Your skin is not just a cosmetic concern. It's a window into your body. The wrinkles you see aren't a life sentence. They're a signal that the scaffolding underneath is collapsing faster than your body can rebuild it. And that same collapse is happening in places you can't see. Your joints, your arteries, your heart valves. But your body wants to rebuild. It's been waiting for you to give it the right materials. The collagen, the vitamin A, the vitamin C, the minerals, the protein, the fat. Every one of the foods I talked about today is a signal to your body that says, keep building, keep rebuilding, keep going. You're not starting over, you're starting smarter. And every meal you eat from here forward is either building the scaffolding back up or letting it continue to collapse. The choice is small. The impact is enormous. If this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. A spouse, a sibling, a friend who's been staring at the mirror wondering what happened. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 5 foods you're going to try first. I read everyone, and if you want more videos like this, real evidence-based guidance from someone who spent his career watching what happens when the body is neglected and what's possible when it's supported. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in